Here's the lineup for the under-20 boys 400 final. Nazaria Gomes of Anguilla, Deshaun Lizama of Trinidad and Tobago, Terrell Johnson-Ross of Barbados, Zion Miller of Bahamas, Marcinia Rose, Jamaica, Malachi Austin, the defending champion, Guyana, Taj Marquez White, Jamaica, and Caden Prasad of Guyana in lane number 8. Prasad, under 17 800 silver last year. Taj Marquez White, fastest in the field at personal best at 45.84. Malachi Austin, the defending champion, World Under-20 semi-finalist last year. Marcinia Rose, a former CARIFTA Under-17 champion, Under-20 silver last year. Zion Miller of the Bahamas, the fastest in qualifying with his personal best, 46.64, will start in lane number 4. Johnson Ross of Barbados, 47.45, a personal best in qualifying. He just out of shot. And then the two who qualified on time, Deshaun Lizama of Trinidad and Tobago with a big PB of 47.19, and Nazaria Gomes of Anguilla, who qualified at 47.92. That is the lineup for the final of the under-20 boys 400 meters.
Outside of the two medalists, Gomes and Lizama did compete in the event last year. Both of them went out in the first round, and don't forget Prasad also would have competed in the under-17 final last year. He finished in 6th place.
Who will it be? Will Austin defend? There's Kishon Walcott, Olympic champion in the javelin throw in 2012. First from the English-speaking Caribbean to win an Olympic throws gold medal. The same year he won the World Under-20 title. And in 2016 in Rio, followed his 2012 gold with a bronze medal. One of the greats. As we await the start of the 400 final for under-20 boys. Slight hold up at the start. We're being told that Terrell Johnson-Ross of Barbados does not have his competition number on, and that is what is holding the start up. A little unfair for the other competitors, because you shouldn't be turning up without your competition number, and the official is now having a word with him. And I also wonder, how do you get through the call room without your competition number? So seems to have lost it between the call room and the competition area. You don't see that every day.
Well, it might tell you that there are a couple of nerves here, some nerves acting up here, and the youngster didn't feel it fall off at all.
It's only day number 1, and I feel as if we've seen everything, a bit of everything already. He should be wearing 204. I feel like I want to write it on a piece of paper and send it down for him.
That's why we have printers, man.
So we're trying to figure out what's going on there in the 400 meters, but we'll finally get this final underway. Gomes of Anguilla, Lizama Trinidad and Tobago, Johnson Ross Barbados, Zion Miller Bahamas, Marcinia Rose Jamaica, Austin Guyana, Taj Marquez White Jamaica, and Caden Prasad Guyana. The two Jamaicans are fastest this season, but that has not stopped Malachi Austin in the past. What is going on here? The two Jamaicans have stopped. I don't understand what's going on. Down the back stretch they go. Malachi Austin in control. Prasad running brilliantly. So too is Zion Miller. 200 meters to go. Miller is running brilliantly for the Bahamas. And the two from Guyana very much there as well. Into the straightaway they come. Zion Miller with a commanding lead. The defending champion well back position. Malachi Austin rallies down the stretch. It's Miller and Austin. Austin doesn't get there, and Bahamas have called again.
It is Miller time for Bahamas.
There's a medal for Trinidad and Tobago as well. At the end of one of the most chaotic CARIFTA races I've ever seen. Well, well, well.
I tell you what, you just said that we saw everything. Now there's a bit more. One of the Jamaican athletes didn't get out of the blocks, barely got out of the blocks. The second athlete just seemed to pull up around the 200-meter mark and stopped running.
Well, Tash Marquez White, first of all, stopped at the start. And then I think Marcinio Rose thought there was a false start. He stopped as well. When he realized everyone else was still going, he kept going. But by 200 meters, he'd lost so much ground that I think he felt it made no sense. This is unbelievable. Yes, there is Marcinio Rose saying, what's happening? Tash Marquez White also in disbelief. The others never had an issue. Zion Miller took it up really hard like he did in qualifying. The fastest in qualifying is the fastest when it matters. Zion Miller of the Bahamas is CARIFTA Under-20 champion. They win both one-lap events on the boys' side. Wow. Let's put this all together. Miller is the gold medalist, Austin is the silver medalist, Lezama of Trinidad and Tobago is the bronze medalist. Let's focus on those who finished the race and delivered what they needed to.
So, celebration from the Trinidad and Tobago faithful. Sean Lezama going out in the first round in 2024 and has returned to take the bronze medal here in the boys 400-meter under-20 dash. And those that there they are, 1 and 2 in one of the most chaotic races we've ever seen, perhaps, well, of today, but maybe in all of the CARIFTA games.
He qualified on time, Deshaun Lezama, but he brings Trinidad and Tobago their first medal of these CARIFTA games. They're dancing on the track. They're dancing in the stands. They're dancing in Nassau, they're dancing in Georgetown, and they're definitely dancing in Port of Spain.
And they're doing it to the music of the Junkanu band, Just Junkanu. They are really adding the soundtrack to this fabulous end to the race.
46.51, a personal best for Zion Miller. He's the gold medalist. Malachi Austin of Guyana follows up gold last year with silver this time around, 46.54. Deshaun Lezama of Trinidad and Tobago gets bronze at 47.43. The two Jamaicans, Tash Marquez White and Marcinio Rose, don't finish. So many questions. The answers are not yet available, but they will be.
And don't forget, before we even got to those two finishers, two athletes who did not finish, we had the athlete who finished in 4th place. Remember, he's running under a protest, as we heard. So a lot of discussion points in this particular race.
This is remarkable.
Boy, is he having fun out there. Look at him.
And why not? Why not? Was brilliant at the trials. 46.79 came in qualifying this morning and ran even faster, 46.64, and returned this evening with a purpose. And now he's the CARIFTA champion.